be any different today. He will enjoy these conditions.
And his performance at this venue is absolutely superb. 36 wickets at just over 17.5. Marsh Smith will be looking forward to Steyn to set the trend, to get things right, to swing the ball. There will be some swing today, I'm sure. There's a nice breeze for him. And as I said, conditions are absolutely superb for cricket. And they're vocal already, the South Africans. Smith starting with basically 4 slips. Hashimamla is the wider of the 4th. Here we go, Steyn, first ball. And a bit of movement.
Mike, you were saying that Steyn has 36 wickets at this venue. He has only played 6 test matches. That's a lot of wickets in 6 test matches.
So impressive, Dale Steyn.
Australia open their account. Steyn again, charging in. This time to Warner. And he plays that beautifully. That's a nice punch down the ground for 4. That's a good way to start. 20 minutes, but it's there. He'll have a dip. Sides will leave that one. Rogers, of course, will try and do a great deal of leaving. That's the way he likes to play.
Much better length. And again, there you see the length there. The batsman not able to drive at those deliveries.
Through the covers this time. That's a good shot. Again, it's not a flourish from Warner, but he's got a good solid bat on that for 4. So that's a second boundary off the over, and that's a good start for the aggressive opener. 9 for none. Back. It's through. David Warner this time from Steyn. A little bit quicker that delivery. But the build-up they've had for this test match as he can. Might have picked up that call straight away from Warner for a couple. There's not that many cracks at the start. Fight on! Less than I think we normally see, and that's because there is more grass. But it's
over number 1. What we discussed earlier on this morning when Mark was with us in the middle, it's starting your spell. You try and find.
He sure has set his base nicely at this stage.
And sometimes you never step.
Because it didn't feel like you weren't at full pace at any time. But anyway, that's a good over from Dale Steyn. Better swing there. 3 gone now. 40.
Handful later on this test for the South African batsman. Chopped it on. Bottom edge. Looking to play a shot at a ball that wasn't there. That's the way Steyn operates. It's the way Warner operates as well. This time it's Steyn the winner.
Dale Steyn gets a breakthrough, as he so often does. David Warner, his patience just wearing a little bit thin too early. Tried to play this ball very square of the wicket on the offside. Too close to the body, off that inside edge and onto the stumps. So South Africa get the breakthrough.
So Warner on his way for a dozen. The first breakthrough is there. 15 for 1 it is. Warner, we know that he can be extremely dangerous. He'll step it up now, Steyn. He'll love bowling to the right-hander as well.
A little bit too straight, cramping him a bit. But that's the early wicket that South Africa would have wanted.
Yeah, and you get the feeling also that when you're facing someone like Dale Steyn, you're not going to get too many balls to cut. That's why it's such a class act. So perhaps a little bit predetermined there by Warner. He likes playing his shots. And Rogers on strike now. No!
Itself. And leave very well outside off stump. And then he does rotate the strike well. He runs well between wickets. So
and that's the end of Dale Steyn's 3rd over. That's a good one. He picked up the important wicket of Warner. 16 for 1.
Wickets are so important.
Terrific from Steyn.
Chris Rogers thinking afterwards that perhaps it would have been best to sway out of the way. But he hadn't been getting too many short balls from Steyn, and that one surprised him. Played it well though.
Yeah, a yard quicker as well, that one. He's been in the high 130s, that one at just over 142. Delivery comes that he's feeling comfortable. And doesn't want that batsman just to get on that front foot. Settle. Good scrambling from Morne Morkel. Not as controlled as he would have liked, Rogers, but he's got it down to a little bit wider of the crease that time from Steyn. Again, it's the Giraffe that does some scrambling for his teammate. And good stuff again, dragging the batsman to almost play that. 7.
Long leg is the field, very orthodox.
By winning the toss and deciding to have a bowl first, South Africa are saying that they feel.
I think the amount of the grass cover might hold.
Very good stroke. Just waited a little longer there. Another sign that Doolan feels reasonably comfortable. Oh, hit it, did he? Were there two noises?
Caught in the crease. Steyn looks to shape it away, but this one just nips back. And a little inside edge.
Oh, yes, Bill. That's good, boy. Oh, Dale. Great ball. Well done.
Starting to hear a few whispers, weren't we, that he was going to...
Oh, catch was the call, but it's over the slips and gone for 4. He went hard, Doolan.
Well, that last delivery hardly bounced at all, so just signs of uneven bounce.
It was actually a great bit of bowling. That was the second.
Well, it's a sort of position, Pommy, if you have a very good bowling attack, you don't mind fielding there because you get quite a few catches, but it's when you don't have...
54 for 2.
There's Captain Michael Clarke, unbeaten with 11 at the other end, and alongside me in the commentary box, Michael Holding and Sean Pollock. Yes, I think if you get 3 out, if you put a side in and it's not, the movement isn't lavish, it's not going sideways, I think if you get 3 out in the morning...
Such a good job from over the years.
Oh! You see, Dale Steyn consistently bowls in that area where the batsmen have to play the ball with. Interesting listening to the two of you during the lunchtime show, and your comment...
If you are getting just enough movement, then you know when you pitch the ball in a particular length, because you have to work.
There's good carry there from Dale Steyn. It's 83 for 3. Lunch break.
1-1.
It's an important innings for Sean Marsh, who's been recalled to the side. It's a good start.
I suppose the sporting world is littered with people who've been selected on a hunch and been...
England attacked Michael Clarke with the short ball in the first... And that's really well played. That's just what Kepler was talking about during the lunch interval. I always thought that was one of the many great things about Sachin Tendulkar, the ability to adapt and change his company, where he almost premeditated and played off the back foot in that innings. And you're right, adaptability is very important. It's 85 for 3. Short extra covers the interesting man. Well bowled, beautifully bowled, to come around the wicket and get it right into that area where Marsh has to play.
Absolute peach of a delivery here from Dale Steyn. Just angling in and then straightening as it pitches. Goes past the outside edge and carries through with some good pace to de Villiers. Change of angle and immediate results.
Good.
Yeah, after lunch.
It's pretty good leave from Sean Marsh. There's only two types of leave. It's okay, he didn't get anything of it, but it's safe. And back they come for two. Good running.
Wide on.
91 for 3. Sparring with each other at present.
No.
The battles between Australia and South Africa over the years have been things of it.
Well played in the end there, Bum.
Almost as if Graham Smith feels that Clarke wants to hit the ball at the top of the ball's bounce, and if it doesn't quite get to Clarke as he...
No run.
I would stop. Is it out? It should be out. It is out. The tactic works. Michael Clarke will be beside himself. Dale Steyn will have a little party.
There's lots of planning that went into that. Third man went back onto the boundary. A few short deliveries were bowled, and Michael Clarke goes after it. He gets the top edge. He can't control it. And South Africa have picked up their fourth wicket. Here we see it banged in. Clarke tries to pull it. Doesn't really commit fully to the shot. Almost tries to paddle it round. Hits the top edge. And it was up there for a long time in that wind. But Vernon Philander, safe hands. And South Africa have struck. They've got rid of the Australian captain. He goes for 23. Australia 98 for 4.
Steyn attacks. Whoa. South Africa with their tails up, 98 for 4.
He's got it going away beautifully from around the wicket to the left hand.
South Africa haven't got the ball right up there. Well, that squeezed through through cover. Should heal 2.
Oh, good work. Really a case of pressure being built by South Africa, and despite oh, off the glove, didn't hit it. 2 men set back. He's gone at it. First up, likes to play his shots.
Over, gentlemen.
Steve Smith.
Right there. Extra cover mid-off for the others on the offside. And the man back is Hashim Amla.
We don't see a lot of third man anymore. In that you see a man at backward point on the boundary.
And you want the batsmen to be earning their runs. When you have that man deep on the point boundary, all he has...
Basically, whoever decided that was 11 and not 12 was very intelligent.
I wonder why our cricket team was 11. The game first came out of a modern style of player, brought up with the short form of the game and those bats where the ball shoots off to the boundary, and that. Test matches, and they're here in, well, just outside Pretoria.
Those Hawkeyes that were shown a little bit earlier with regard to the drop in pace of Morkel, in that, granted it's after lunch, we're later on in the day, he's bowled a few overs, but can it be detrimental to a fast bowler? I mean, he had such one.
What can upset a fast bowler's rhythm is changing ends. It was so hot. Walsh and Ambrose and I think one of the Benjamins, they were bowling one over spells and rotating, just kept on going. It was so hot.
Oh, Marsh is onto that quickly and gets a lot of it, and the fielding matches it. Hashim Amla. And a terrific return as well.
Time.
And the call of time.
Steyn around the wicket to Marsh.
Just wonder how much faith Graham Smith will have in Robin Peterson later on, because they included him in the line.
Had a great year last year.
Delivery, which he left. That's a phenomenal record against Australia there.
Solid stuff. It's a broad bat now for Marsh. It's a time of the day that Steyn likes to bowl. That's a maiden. 177 for 4. Take the likes of Harris and Siddle.
Yeah, I guess thinking about...
With a vastly improved action, Dennis Lilly getting involved and helping him. Rolled back the clock
To get his rhythm right. And very good on bowling, as we know, so a huge advantage to have him in the camp.
So one of the things, Robin, that Dennis Lilly got to Mitchell night runs for you.
I'm glad I didn't have to work under Dennis Lilly.
He'll be fired up when he gets the ball in his hand here. One from the over, 186 for 4. But you can see he's trying. The way that he's running in, Morné Morkel also did in that last over as well. The way that Dale Steyn is... Well, there's a couple of things to watch here, Kepler. Reverse swing works best when the guys are bowling good pace. And he's nudging over 140 k's per hour at the moment. He's in the middle of a spell. Of course, there was a bit of a break with the T-interval. He's ramped it up a little bit, which is one good sign. Terrific shot. Nicely played, straight down the ground. Great control from Marsh. Yeah. Played that one very late. Thought at one stage, I think, of allowing that to go through. 195 for 4.
How many times has Dale Steyn been turned to by Graham Smith and he's delivered the goods? Can he do it again for them?
And before. That's a good shot, very good shot. It'll go for 4. Sweetly struck by Smith.
Said Dale.
Fidgety bloke, we spoke about that earlier, but a bloke who... $280 for 4.
Left hand.
That stumps. What else can they do? Sean, ice bar.
Inflammatory.
Or 3.
We've seen in years gone by, South Africa don't often start here later on in the day.
Have come back well. And I think we've also answered that question of...
Very patient till the end, Steve Smith, leaving the ball pretty well even at this late stage of day 1. The 6 wickets.
gentlemen.
284 for 4.
Batsman.
They'll only get one. There's a couple of things that I...
Nicely worked on the leg side. I just had a bit of a conversation with Dr. Musaji. That's where South Africa are on the back foot a little bit.
He's an absolute champion. He really is a champion bowler, Dale Steyn. And
Had a chat to Darren Lehman before play out there before we got ready for some of the stuff. Except the record here is not good. The captains who have won the toss and elected to bat, I think they've gone.
that's 4.
And nicely played again. He was certainly offered a bit of width, and he put that away with conviction. Moves to 90 now to Smith. 200. Late in the day and do something. Make a difference. Suddenly provide some spirit for the team as they go to the change room. Will he be able to do it again today with just 4 balls remaining? I suppose it's fair to say that
A lot of protection on that.
it's that fluency again. Gee, you've got to admire. Oh, there's just a little bit of fumble, but they were just trotting through for the one, so it's not none from the South Africans really. They said they'll do the work on the park, and there's no doubt today is a day that has belonged to Australia. They certainly.
It's interesting, you can see there's been a change of thought process with regards to the field setting for Shaun Marsh off stump.
Yeah, I think if anything that was an error they made yesterday. Too many balls when he first arrived to lead. Just need to keep an eye on these speeds from Steyn. We talked a lot yesterday about the fact that he didn't slip up a couple of gears, which you normally see after he starts nice and steadily. It's tight on that line, Sean, you were talking about.
Yeah, I think they would have discussed it. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah, that's the mistake they made in the first innings, day 1 against India at the Wanderers, and suddenly the start of day 2 they were straighter and got rewarded. It's good, really good from Steyn. The start of play, day 2 at Supersport Park. Steyn's got the ball. We've seen just one ball from Steyn, just rise a little bit off what we presume was a crack. No. Bit short and a bit wide and hammered through the covers for 4, emphatically.
quality shot this from.
It's good leave. I spoke to Darren Lehman briefly.
Having a look at the pitch.
It's a good shot, solid drive, nicely scrambled by Hashimamura at mid-on, end of the over. 306 for 4.
Yeah, Marky, that was actually a lesson I learned when I toured England for the first time after the first test.
And that is even more true in England, probably because of the fact that the ball will seem so much.
Edge onto the pad. Trapped in the crease that time.
Yeah, Marky, we talk about the perfect length, and the perfect length where the batsman hasn't got time to adjust.
Thanks, Hazy. I think it's still Dale Steyn. But South Africa will certainly... I'm just thinking that the Australians have done the one thing they had to do this morning, which is to hold South Africa off. When you have a night to recover from a difficult day, and then you get very pumped in the dressing room.
Yeah, you're spot on, because expectation from South Africa would have been it's a good delivery. It's difficult from a left. So very good patience by Shaun Marsh.
He's shown a lot of patience. It's 314 for 4. Ryan McLaren. No, Dale Steyn still. I've done a Hazeman.
There's been some discussion by a few people as to whether South Africa have bowled straight enough. Now, there are some cracks in the pitch that have developed over yesterday and will get asked when there's a big partnership. They're not asked at 98 for 4 with wickets falling every
Change, then you need to look to change your tactic.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Oh, we got some drama here at Supersport Park. Smith has 96.
talk about the India test. I've got a
I think definitely Harris and Siddle will attack the stump.
It's a good over from Dale Steyn, 315 for 4.
Full go at that. Supersport Park, crowd attendance. Hopefully as the match progresses, and this afternoon as well, we'll see more, but normally.
Whoa. Dale Steyn getting it up there, saying, come on, drive me. And Mitchell Johnson's doing just that. He cannot resist, and he throws everything at it. Oh, Steyn asks from around the wicket. The angles are difficult. And Alim Dar, who said no so many times to the South Africans, says no again. There's a review in the bank.
Mitchell Johnson, he scores quickly, but I think they can see that this is probably heading down the leg side. Perhaps hit him in line, but the ball still has a bit more distance to travel, and the angle of delivery, it would have taken the ball down the leg side, I think. Look where he's bowling that from. It's pretty wide. Impact is in line. Well, it says hitting. Interesting.
It's a pretty close shot, that previous one. Ball would have hit leg stump.
Cricketers out there didn't agree with that, though.
And he's got plenty of that too. Quickly into position. It'll be worth a couple. And probably sprint back for a third, and does.
Okay, here we go. It's Steyn. Feeling better today. Simply a nice little head-to-head against these two.
Get the wicket.
Eased into the covers. Delivery from around the wicket now.
And I'm not sure Morne Morkel will be bowling too. Mitchell Johnson will be bowling too many bounces to Morne Morkel. I would be all for that. I mean, I know you want your fast bowlers. I mean, they're
Short ball hammered, smashed away. What a good shot that is.
Mitchell Johnson can play the short delivery. Yeah, it would have been hard going, there's no doubt about that, especially those back-to-back test matches. I mean, as commentators, we often talk about how difficult it is when you're playing the Boxing Day and in the New Year's test match, and if you've had a long spell in the field in the last day of the test match and you have 2 days break and you rock.
With that series, Faf was magnificent. Chopped it on, got him. Steyn's been rewarded with another one. Gee, he's tried hard. He hasn't been fully fit. He's not getting carried away with any celebrations there. It's been hard graft from him, but the most important thing is he's got a result.
South Africa wanted an early wicket after lunch, after the success they had just before. Steyn's the man to deliver. It's an inside edge, there's no real foot movement, plays well away from his body, and crashes into off stump. So Harris goes for 19, Australia 391 for 8.
How would you go as a vegan, HD?
I've got to be honest,
And up and down as much as 25 centimetres. That's how I went past the stump. So there's an area which Peter Siddle and also Mitchell Johnson. Good stuff from Steyn, picked up a wicket and just 2 runs conceded. 391 for 8 now. Second test.
Good shot, Balan, straight down the ground. Maybe a bit too straight and too full from Steyn. It's a wonderful shot by the number 11.
you said it was an exciting time, Sean, when Paul Adams was bowling, but if we look at the South African attack then, Paul runs 3.5, 4 and over.
A couple of blokes in the slips who are no doubt thinking about the batting.
It's probably the more important one. This match against India. Bowled in, he's dragged it on. That's the end of the innings for Australia. They're all out to 397. It's been a good comeback from South Africa. They had Australia 331 for 4, and they've managed to pick up the last 6 wickets and make sure that Australia do not get to the 400 mark.
And really good stuff from Steyn. We know that he wasn't 100% far from it, I reckon. Feeling a bit better today. Just kept trying. Bowled 20 odd overs yesterday. Into his 29th now. He's picked up a return of 4. And there go the opening batsman for Smith and also Peterson up those steps to get ready, because things are going to be pretty ferocious, I'm sure, because they've been on the park for 122 overs, these South Africans, and they will be a bit weary. Mitchell Johnson, Ryan Harris, Peter Siddle, they're going to be fired up.
I think a lot of credit needs to go to Steyn. He didn't feel well, there's no doubt about that, but he's contributed 4 wickets. He's got 4 for 78, and South Africa picked up the last 6 wickets with just 66 runs. So much better performance from South Africa today. They've regrouped overnight, come back a stronger unit. Now they've got the opportunity to bat.